with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Retro Rick. How
What's
are
up,
you
people?
doing?
I'm great. I'm wrecked, but I'm good.
Yeah. So, recommendation
Okay.
for the Nintendo DS.
Any of the Kirby games on the DS
Great.
are so freaking good, man. I've got them all. They're so good. Love the Kirby games.
Okay.
Got
Perfect.
you, bro.
Perfect. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
What's up, everybody? You got the boy, the Video Game Voter, here with a brand new episode. So today is another episode of Quest DS. If you guys aren't familiar with Quest DS, we are on a quest to collect every North American retail Nintendo DS game. So today's episode takes us back to Conway, Arkansas, Retro Rick's Retrofest. That's right. So we're going back to Conway, Arkansas, and we're looking to add some DS games and build this collection that much more. So, small disclaimer, I also want to point out, I am still on a budget. So we're looking to pack in a lot of those shovelware and spend as less as possible. Now, guys, I just want to take some time out to explain why I'm doing these types of videos and I'm talking about budget. I understand that sometimes going to video game conventions can be very intimidating. You got all these creators around, they're spending a lot of money, or you got other people who have more money, free money that they can put into their collection. But I'm here to tell you guys that you do not need to feel intimidated or feel like you have to spend a certain amount or buy certain games to feel fulfilled when going to these expos. You can definitely put yourself on a budget and be just as happy. And if you guys remember back then, I had like 3 trips right around each other. I had Pittsburgh, I had Torque, as well as Retrofest, and then which one I had before that. It's been quite some time, but I've been on a mission to attend as many conventions as possible because I took the past couple years off. I wasn't really attending them. So this year I got back on it, and I also just decided this year that I'm not going to try to do too much. I don't have the means to have some of the budgets that I have. It just really just depends on where I'm at. I don't want to go broke doing this. I have a family, I have a house to maintain, I have all these other things and expenses that I have to take care of. So everything can't go to video games. You have to be mindful, responsible enough to not overspend. So you guys are familiar, I liquidated and sold everything pretty much except for some PS4 games and my PS5 games. Everything else is gone to help fund this collection as well as finishing up the Wii library. So that's one thing I've been doing, and also trying to find things along the way to flip for a little bit of profit. But outside of that, I've decided to do these smaller budgets, and I want to show you guys that you don't need to take a lot of money. So just like the last trip when I went to Pittsburgh, I got another $250 budget for this one, and I felt just as good leaving this convention as I did leaving other conventions when I had a larger budget. Now, just depending on what I sell and what I make in the meantime or something like that will depend on my budget, but I'm also just not that set on spending a great amount of money anymore. I'm totally fine with budgeting, coming back smaller, and also makes it a lot easier not to come back and get on planes and try to stuff your bag full of video games. That helps. Not to make an excuse, but guys, do not be intimidated by these conventions, or if you hear other people and their budgets, don't feel like you got to keep up. Don't feel like you got to compete and feel like you're not doing enough. If you just want to go to a convention and find one game you've been looking for, then buy that one game. Be completely happy and be satisfied. It's all for you. What I'm realizing is going to these conventions, it's more about bonding with my friends that I only get to see a couple times a year. So it's always great going to many conventions to see my friends from all over the world and get to hang with them. I don't got to spend a ton of money. It's just not necessary. I really enjoy my time with my friends and meeting all of you out there. You guys attend. So just keep that in mind. You do not need a big budget. So let's head back over to Retrofest.
Guys, we're still at Retrofest on the Quest DS. Looking to complete the complete North American Nintendo DS library. So let's cut some of these budget titles down and start to build that collection up.
All right, guys, so we got a stack of games, and mind you guys, keep in mind, these games are pretty much considered shovelware. They're not expensive, but we needed it for the library, so it's all good. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure I only spent $100 on these DS games, but I'm happy. I got quite a bit. So let's run through these games. It's quite a bit. It's not anything great, although I don't know. I have the belief that some of these games may be guilty pleasures. You try them out, you actually have fun. Never know, but nevertheless, let's get to it. First, we have The Chase, Felix Meets Felicity. There's the cover for that. And there's the back cover. Next, we have Disney's Tangled. Familiar with that movie there. Scribble knots, write anything, solve everything. I'm sorry. Here's the cover for that. Back cover. I haven't played any of those games, so I'm kind of curious about those too. They seem to be fun. Who knows? Next, we have Discovery Kids Dolphin Discovery. So, not even sure what these games are about. I guess it's like going to an amusement park, maybe. National Geographic Panda. So, another one with pandas. So, this actually came with a bonus DVD. Let's open it up and see if it's actually in there. It's complete manual. That's actually a pretty big manual for this game, but nevertheless, not there. I didn't expect to be there. Really cool if it was. Next, we have Pets Rescue in Danger Paradise. There's a lot of like these Pets and Imagine series games in the DS library I had to pick up. Speaking of pets, another one, we got Wild Animals Dolphins. Next, we have Style Savvy. This is a little styling game for little girls or guys, whatever you feel like. Go Diego Go, Great Dinosaur Rescue. Used to be a very popular series a few years ago. The Hardy Boys, Treasure on the Track. Now, the Wii has a couple of these Hardy Boy games. I don't think they have this one, but I haven't played it. We got another Pets game, Pets Dog Fashion. Dressing your dogs up. Put them in the fashion show, I guess. We know. Next, we have I Love Puppies. Cute little puppies on the front. If you love dogs, probably the game for you. Next, we have World of Zoo. Up next, we have Rio from the movie. I believe that's Pixar. Zuzu Pets 2. Activision game. Nickelodeon Back at the Barnyard Slot Bucket game. We was talking about the Imagine series earlier. Here we go. Imagine Babysitters. Got babysit. And every time I see like a baby game, it always reminds me of back in the day. Well, I should just say the 80s. You remember the Tamagotchis, and I forgot what the other one was called, but you know, you had those little pet things, little PDA. Reminds me of the PDAs on the Sega Dreamcast. You had those that were very popular back then that pretty much everyone had. Animal Paradise Wild. Next, we have Paws and Claws, Dogs and Cats Best Friends. I don't know why they have some of these long titles. Another Pets game, Pets Nursery 2. And that's Pets with a Z, guys. And Bolt. Disney movie. I don't think I've... Next, we have Discovery Kids Spider Quest. Spider game. I may try to replace that cover. It's a little beat up. Got another Imagine game, Imagine Zookeeper. Next, we have Stitch Jam. So this was actually from Lilo and Stitch, but this is just a game for Stitch. And if you look at the sticker, it's pretty cool sticker on the front of CD Warehouse. I don't know if you remember that place, but that was pretty cool to see stuff like that. I always like when I see older store stickers on some of the video games. Kind of gives you a little bit of history back in time where you remember certain places and things like that. So it's always cool to see things like that. Next, we have Pets Hamsters Superstar. So this was a Walmart exclusive that came with collectible cards. I doubt that they are in here, but it's always worth checking. You never know. Some people actually hang on to them. So let's see this, but it's definitely not the card. Probably promotion for something else. Or Style Lab Jewelry Design. So no, the cards aren't in there, unfortunately. Next, we have Pets Dog Talent Show. And this was like a Toys R Us exclusive. If you look up there in the corner there. came with something. I always like seeing those too. I think they're pretty cool, especially if you have different variants. So that's something to keep in mind if you're going after the DS set like myself. There's different variants like that you run across with getting some of these quote-unquote shovelware games. I'm not looking to do variants. I want to make that perfectly clear. I've never done that in my collection. Maybe like once I'm done, I'll see stuff and I'll go for that. Or if it's a bit of an upgrade like collector's edition, sometimes I do swap those out. Next we have Learn Math. So this is educational games, quite a bit of those on the DS. DS was pretty freaking popular. Next we have the Crash Pack, the Gross Gang in Your Garbage, the Activision game. I don't know, this game looks pretty cool. Out of all the games I bought, this is probably the one that I'm most looking forward to playing. Actually, we bought 28 DS games, and I'm pretty sure I didn't spend no more than $100. So I'm pretty sure that, to me, that's a good trip. Whether it's great or not, gotta look at the end goal. Those games may not hugely sought after, but we have a goal in mind. We are looking to complete the entire North American Nintendo DS retail library. So this is 28 more games, getting us closer to that end goal, and that number is still up in the air. I've seen different lists and stuff like that. Some people have variants on it, but I know it's somewhere around 2,000 or a little more than that. But needless to say, we got 28 more games knocked off the list. We stayed on the budget. We got quite a bit of games that we came back with, and I'm more than happy about it. So let me know down in the comment section below, out of these games, have you ever played these games, whether it's on the DS platform or the Wii, anything like that? Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about some of these games and what's your favorite out of all of them. Also, let me know, did you attend Retro Rick's Retrofest and what you thought about the event? Again, shout out to Retro Rick. Very, very good dude. I got to hang out with him at Torg as well. And we got some more. I got some more footage coming about that trip to Ohio with Retro Rick. So be on the lookout for that. And Retrofest was a great time. I could see that becoming one of the premier conventions for everyone to attend, and I highly recommend it. Conway, Arkansas is a beautiful place. Very, very nice. His store, Game Point, is not too far from where the event was held, but I can definitely see him overgrowing that space. So thank you guys for tuning in, and be on the lookout for more episodes of Quest DS. We're on the hunt to hunt down this entire library. Just want to tell you guys, I hope you guys had a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family. Go ahead and eat a lot for that day. Nothing wrong with it. Eat those leftovers, but by Monday, it's back to the grind. Peace. Thank you for watching. Follow me on all social media platforms at VideoGameVotary.